The dark side of Halloween candy. Halloween is one of the most anticipated holidays for American children, and increasingly, for families around the world. Entire streets turn into runways of costumes, houses glow with carved pumpkins and hanging ghosts, and the air smells like chocolate, caramel, and nostalgia. But behind this cheerful spectacle lies a detail that often goes unnoticed: the massive amount of sugar consumed on this night. During Halloween, the average child may visit dozens of houses and return home with a bucket overflowing with candy. What seems like an innocent reward for a night of fun can actually represent something far more concerning: between 3,000 and 7,000 extra calories and more than 100 grams of sugar in a single evening. That's the equivalent of 25 teaspoons of refined sugar, something a child's body simply wasn't designed to process all at once. The immediate consequence is a sharp spike in blood glucose, followed by a sudden crash that causes irritability, fatigue, and an even stronger craving for more sweets. But the problem goes far beyond temporary hyperactivity. Excess sugar consumption during childhood shapes both metabolism and brain chemistry in lasting ways. Research shows that sugar activates the same brain reward centers triggered by addictive drugs. Every piece of chocolate, candy, or lollipop releases dopamine, and a developing brain quickly learns to associate pleasure with sweetness. Over time, this creates a silent form of food dependence, where the child's body and mind constantly crave that quick rush of pleasure. There's also a serious metabolic effect. When excess glucose enters the bloodstream, the pancreas releases insulin to clean it up. But when this cycle repeats often, the body begins to resist it. This is how insulin resistance begins, the early stage of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and chronic inflammation. Halloween candy isn't just loaded with sugar. It's a chemical cocktail of ultra-processed ingredients, including high fructose corn syrup, an especially harmful sugar for the liver. Artificial dyes like red 40 and yellow 5, linked to hyperactivity and allergic reactions. Preservatives and trans fats that disrupt hormones and cholesterol balance. These ingredients may seem harmless in small amounts, but when added to a child's daily intake of processed foods, boxed juices, cookies and breakfast cereals, they form a nutritional time bomb that the young body struggles to neutralize. And there's another silent villain: the gut microbiome. The intestines are home to trillions of bacteria that regulate digestion, immunity, and even mood. When sugar dominates the diet, it feeds harmful bacteria and weakens the beneficial ones, throwing the entire system off balance. Children with an altered microbiome are at higher risk of allergies, anxiety, attention disorders, and early-onset obesity. But Halloween doesn't need to be cancelled. The key is to reform the tradition, not destroy it. The magic of the holiday is in the playfulness, the costumes, and the neighborhood connection, not in the sheer volume of candy consumed. It's entirely possible to preserve the joy of Halloween in a healthier way, turning it into a chance to educate children's palates and build mindful habits from an early age. Many parents have already caught on. Across American neighborhoods, it's becoming more common to find homes offering smart treats, creative options that replace candy with fun, nutritious alternatives. It's a quiet but growing movement, led by a new generation of families who want to celebrate without compromising their children's health. And it's not just about cutting sugar, it's about teaching balance and food awareness. When a child understands that they can have fun without excess, they develop a healthier relationship with food and learn to recognize their limits. Halloween can actually become a powerful lesson in nutrition, a night to show that healthy doesn't mean boring. With small swaps, creativity, and a bit of planning, families can keep the magic alive while protecting their children's bodies from sugar overload. Imagine pumpkins filled with dried fruits, mini xylitol lollipops, cinnamon-dusted popcorn bags, and tiny toys instead of hard caramels. These ideas not only delight kids but also send an important message: health can be fun. So this Halloween, the invitation is simple. Before you fill that candy bucket, take a look at what's being offered. Are you giving flavor, or dependency? Joy, or excess? Change begins with a small gesture, choosing alternatives that are more natural, more mindful, and more human. 11 healthy alternatives for Halloween. The secret to a healthy Halloween isn't banning candy, it's replacing it intelligently. The goal is to create tasty, creative, and visually fun experiences that keep the spirit of the holiday alive while avoiding glucose spikes, inflammation, and gut imbalance. Here are 11 healthy alternatives that turn the sugar scare into nutritious fun. 1. Dried fruits and natural chips. Dried mango, apple, banana, and strawberry slices can be packaged in small Halloween-themed bags. They contain natural fructose, soluble fiber, and antioxidants that help stabilize blood sugar. The fiber lowers the glycemic index, GI, and slows glucose absorption, preventing the insulin spikes typical of processed candy. 2. Mini dark chocolates with 70% cacao and collagen. Real cacao is rich in theobromine and polyphenol, compounds that improve mood and cardiovascular function. Using versions sweetened with erythritol or stevia drastically reduces the glycemic load. Adding hydrolyzed collagen turns the treat into a functional snack, promoting skin, joint, and gut health. 3. Natural lollipops with xylitol or erythritol. These natural sweeteners have a very low glycemic impact, GI less than 10, and don't feed the bacteria that cause cavities. Xylitol even has oral antimicrobial properties, helping to balance mouth pH and protect tooth enamel. They can be flavored with real fruit extracts and colored naturally using turmeric, beetroot, or spirulina. 4. Cinnamon coconut oil popcorn. Popcorn is a whole grain rich in fiber and polyphenol, antioxidants that fight free radicals. When popped in coconut oil and dusted with cinnamon, it becomes a low glycemic, mildly anti-inflammatory snack. Cinnamon, in particular, enhances insulin sensitivity and helps regulate appetite. 5. Homemade oat and seed bars. Combine rolled oats, natural peanut butter, a touch of honey, and seeds like sunflower, pumpkin, and flax. These bars provide slow-release energy, rich in magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats. They also support gut microbiota diversity and stabilize brain chemistry, preventing the mood swings triggered by sugar highs. Natural fruit gelatin cups. Skip the artificial versions and make gelatin using pure juice and grass-fed gelatin or agar-agar. They're a light source of collagen and promote cellular hydration. Add diced fruits like kiwi or strawberries for extra fiber, natural sweetness, and a colorful touch kids will love. Plant-based yogurts with fruit and honey. Use coconut or almond milk as the base, layering with berries, chia seeds, and raw honey. These yogurts provide prebiotics and probiotics, essential for gut health and immunity. The balance of healthy fats and natural sugars keeps energy levels steady and reduces cravings. Whole grain pumpkin spice muffins. Pumpkin, the symbol of Halloween, is rich in beta-carotene and fiber. Make muffins using oat flour, pumpkin puree, and warming spices like nutmeg and ginger. This combination offers a low-glycemic, antioxidant-rich treat that supports immune balance and fights inflammation. Monster smoothies. Turn smoothies into fun potions with natural ingredients: green monster, spinach, banana, avocado, bloody berry, strawberries, and beetroot. Pumpkin power, pumpkin puree and coconut milk. These drinks are packed with phytonutrients and soluble fiber, feeding beneficial gut bacteria and keeping kids satisfied. The vibrant colors captivate their imagination and make it easy to skip high-fructose sodas. Energy truffles with dates and cacao. Blend dates, raw cacao powder, and nuts for a naturally sweet and nutrient-dense treat. Dates have a moderate glycemic index, but when paired with healthy fats from nuts, the sugar absorption slows down. The cacao adds phenylethylamine, a compound that promotes serotonin production, improving mood and focus naturally. Non-edible surprises. Not every reward has to be food. Offer stickers, pencils, small toys, Halloween tattoos, or glow bracelets instead. This keeps the holiday fun and imaginative while teaching kids that celebration doesn't have to mean sugar overload. Why these swaps work? The science behind it. Each of these alternatives supports one of the 3 pillars of metabolic balance. 1. Stable blood sugar, preventing insulin spikes that cause fatigue and fat storage. 2. Lower inflammation, thanks to bioactive compounds like polyphenol, omega-3s, and natural antioxidants. 3. A stronger gut microbiome, promoting smoother digestion, stronger immunity, and better appetite control. Supporting gut health from childhood is one of the greatest gifts a parent can give. Recent research from Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health shows that children with diverse gut flora have lower risks of obesity and emotional disorders later in life. In other words, small choices during Halloween can influence decades of well-being. A new kind of magic. The real fright of Halloween isn't the monsters, it's the sugar hiding in bright, colorful wrappers. But the good news is, fixing it doesn't take sacrifice, just awareness. With creativity and the right information, we can turn this night into a double celebration of imagination and health. After all, the body deserves to join the fun too, without inflammation, addiction, or regret the next morning. This Halloween, show that taking care of your health can be more powerful than any spell. Choose natural alternatives, teach your children about balance, and prove that pleasure and nutrition can go hand in hand. If you want more practical, science-based tips to improve your family's diet, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join us. Because the greatest trick we can teach our children is this: true power lies in living consciously.